Welcome to the Angry Indian Girl Radio Podcast, or ANGR for short, a bi-weekly show about decolonizing our minds through laughter and storytelling. I'm your host, Sofia Syntaxx. You may remember me from reading my blog, Too Sexy for Contacts, or watching me perform burlesque as the tattooed tapper and clever linguist. Maybe you're one of my former students listening in, or a current student who's gunning for some extra credit. Whoever you are, and however you got here, welcome. On this show, you will hear my hot takes and unpopular opinions on the issues and stories that are shaping our world. We'll be challenging the beliefs and narratives we've all been taught since childhood. Maybe you want to be a better ally to your indigenous friends. Or maybe you don't actually know any Native people. It's okay. No shame or judgment here. Don't worry. Now you've got me. I'll be your indigenous friend. Join me every Tuesday as we talk about what's making me angry. From Thanksgiving, student loans, using my culture as a costume, the fact that Flint still doesn't have clean drinking water, straw bans, and so much more. I'll also be teaching you some of my indigenous language, Anishinaabemowin. Every episode will feature a new word or phrase in Ojibwe. Subscribe now on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor FM, Stitcher, wherever you listen to your podcasts so you never miss a lesson. Come here. Psst. I'll give you a teaser. Miigwech. 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 Miigwech is our word for thank you, and I'd like to say chi-miigwech, or big thanks, to all our patrons. Producing a podcast can be expensive. There's editing, hosting, software, audio equipment, and that's just for starters. That's why we ask you to support us on Patreon. Patreon is a way to support projects that you love and you want to make sure continue in the world. This podcast wouldn't be happening if it weren't for our supporters on Patreon. They help us cover our costs and to keep growing the show. The things that I'm dreaming of doing, such as having episode transcripts translated into other languages, including French and Brazilian Portuguese, and adding interviews for our Season 2, those don't happen without our supporters on Patreon. I'd love for you to be one of our supporters too. Go to patreon.com/Sofia Syntaxx, all one word, and support us at whatever level that you can. That's patreon.com/Sofia Syntaxx, spelled SOFIASYNTAXX. Every little bit makes a difference, and you get to walk around in the world knowing that you are a patron of the arts, the indigenous arts even. Miigwech in advance for supporting us on Patreon and helping us tell the stories the world needs to hear. Mi'iwi, that's all.